welcome to the Midnight blah, 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 and welcome to the Midnight Creep Out. I am Creep Mistress Jessica, and with me today,
Grace Elin.
it's Grace Elin.
I figured I'd wear this just as a surprise to come on.
I like it.
Did it work?
Very scary.
Are you scared?
Yes. Very scary. Jumping out of my freaking pants.
I got my Camp Crystal Lake on as well.
Very nice. I love it.
Okay. You know, we gotta celebrate.
Yeah. So happy
Celebrate the holiday.
Yeah. Happy Friday the 13th, Grace. Even though technically it's Saturday the 14th now. That just means we made it through.
Oh,
we made it through.
We made it through. It's true. We made it through.
Hi, I'm Lab.
Hi, Lab.
Hi, J Cash. Oh my goodness, so
Hi, J.
exciting.
Cash.
She's come for the creepins. I love it. Well, how exciting, Gross Ellen, because today I get to it's perfect timing too. I get to take a back seat. I'm going to be listening to you tell some creepy tales today. How exciting. It's perfect timing because I am getting over the Rona. I've had COVID this week. I'm doing much better now, but I can still feel it. I can still feel it heavy in my chest cavity.
Oh, that's just the Friday the 13th, which I think it may also be close to a full moon. I saw walking home from work today. That definitely has something to do with the heaviness in your chest. The moon, the blah, 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 the ooby doobies.
The ooby doobies. We got a case of the ooby doobies.
For sure.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
the medical term for it, the ooby doobies right here.
Yes. Yes.
All
Definitely.
here. All
Yeah, you
here.
gotta watch
Okay.
out.
All right. So I figured I would start first talking about Friday the 13th to get us rolling. Were you going to
Ooh.
say more, or can I take over now?
No, this is it. This is you. The
All
floor is
right.
yours. Tell me when you want me to
Okay.
add your pictures to the stream.
I will. I will. Okay. So, as we all know, it's Friday the 13th. It's kind of fun, kind of spooky. It's known for people murdering, or, it's very famous for Friday the 13th movie franchise.
Hmm.
Jason, you can see, I have the golden mask here. I have my t-shirt. I love the hacker slasher horror movies. They're always a great time. Always a great time. Um,
Absolutely.
and it's obviously very well known to be superstitious, like bad luck. I have a black cat meowing out my door right now.
Oh my god, and you just broke a mirror the other day.
I was gonna say, and I broke a mirror the other day. However, okay, so Jessica, do you feel like you're superstitious? Do you believe in that kind of stuff? Like you break a mirror, you walk under a ladder. We live with the black cat right now. No,
Well, the cat's not totally black. It's a tuxedo cat. So that's not as bad.
that's
But
true.
oh my god, I just heard it through my headphones coming from
Yeah.
your end. That's
hmm
hilarious.
hmm
No, but you know what I will do? I will knock on wood, and if I knock on wood, I have to
Oh,
do it in multiples of threes.
interesting. Now, do
Yeah,
you
knock it
knock
3
on wood
times.
like after you say something and you're like, okay, knock on wood, but you do it three
Right.
times? I
Yeah,
do too.
like,
I do knock
like knock,
on
knock,
wood.
knock.
You do your forehead? You don't find
Well, if
wood
I don't
nearby?
have any wood, then I'll go knock, knock, knock. But I do
I
have
just
wood. I
knock
have
on
wood here.
anything.
I have wood here. I can knock right here.
I just knock on anything for wood. Um,
No, it's got to be
what's
real wood, Grace.
uh, I make it real wood. Uh, an expression, right? And then
It is. Yeah,
you
yeah.
do the ritual of the knocking.
Right. Right.
Um, Yeah, what's funny is when I was younger, I think I was more superstitious.
Oh yeah.
What's interesting is like, well, obviously, probably most people. But what's interesting is what I've noticed is that superstition has shifted from like bad superstition to like good superstition, right?
Oh.
So like when I broke that mirror, you were like, "Oh my God, you broke a mirror," and I could tell all over your face. You're like, "You're gonna have bad luck for blah 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 blah," right? Right? You were
Well,
thinking
I
that.
thought you were gonna believe that. That's what I thought. I was like, "Oh no, Grace of all people
No,
broke a
no,
fucking mirror. She's gonna be
I
miserable."
pulled out the tarot cards, got all the crystals. No, but actually, when I broke the mirror, I was like, hey, you know what? This is good because I've had that mirror for a wicked long time, and I had it like when I was in a bad time. I think I got it when I was
Oh.
with my ex. So it broke, and I was like, you know what? It is time for me to break all the bad past and get a new mirror. And I've been saying for a while, I need to get a new mirror. And then this happened. I broke my mirror.
Perfect.
Maybe subconsciously I did. I don't know. Um,
Maybe.
so that's my little history of me being superstitious. I used to be like, oh, don't do that. Don't open an umbrella inside. Which I think just opening an umbrella inside is stupid. I don't know. I don't think it's really like superstitious. I don't know what bad luck it brings you. Yeah, let's smash mirrors. Oh my
Let's do
goodness.
it.
I tossed it in the trash. But anyways.
Oh.
Anyways. So the history. So I tried to be like you, Jessica, creep mistress, and like get all of my little. I have all my little notes, and I have my little pictures. Um.
Nice. Perfect.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I guess it's well known that 12 in history has been known as like a number of completeness. We have 12 days of Christmas, 12 months, zodiac signs, 12 gods of Olympus. And so apparently the thought of number 13 afterwards was just known to be too much. And then that's when the chaos starts, and that's when all the bad happens, right?
All right. All
Um,
right.
So apparently, the first known history of the bad luck of the 13 was the Code of Hammurabi, which is the
Oh,
earliest, most complete written legal code, back
right,
from, it's like 1792 BC.
right,
Babylonian
yeah,
king wrote it.
yeah.
And so what happened was the 13th law was just omitted. Like 13 was just omitted, which a lot of people are just like, it was just a clerical error, like it wasn't whatever. But apparently that was to say, like, that was the first thing to be like, that was a
Oh,
superstition, right? And
interesting.
then okay, so I think, what's my first slide that I have? So,
Oh,
oh,
here we go.
maybe I have them out of order. I may have started too soon on these.
All
We
right.
can go to the next one. This is just a fun
Next.
campfire. Next. So there's a word for, oh no, go back, go back. This is the word for the fear of the number 13. First
Okay.
got, right, fear of the number 13. I can barely breathe,
Okay.
right? There is also a specific fear of the day 13. And that's the video
Okay.
that I sent you. Okay, because I
Okay.
cannot
Okay.
pronounce
Hold
it.
on.
It's even
I'm
longer
gonna
than
remove this
this.
one.
Yeah.
Share. Wait, I gotta stop
And then I
that
was
one.
watching it, I was like,
Share.
this is funny.
Where did it go? Is it this one? Oh dear. Hold on.
Okay. Mm,
Is it there? Did it come up? Okay, good. Oh crap. Can you hear it? You probably can't hear it.
I can't hear
Hold on. I screwed it up. Everyone just hold
it.
on.
Oh my gosh, the
Sorry.
curse begins.
I'm sorry. Share
Okay.
screen. This one.
I'm gonna try to
Oh.
not go too much into the 13th because there's so much. Oh my goodness. I got really into it. And I was like, oh
Oh.
wait, I totally can't.
I don't know if. Oh man. I think there's an issue with
Well,
sharing
you can play it
sound.
and then you can just see how long that word is. I tried to
Okay.
say it a few times. I can't do it. I can do it. But this is specifically for the fear of Friday the 13th. Paras. Do you want to try it?
Can you hear
I can hear it.
the video? No. Okay. Yeah, there's like a you can for some reason you can only share sound if you share your entire screen. That's like a whole
That's okay.
issue with this setup with StreamYard. It drives me crazy.
Ah,
Anyway. Okay.
okay. But anyways,
So
I
it's
just wanted to show the picture of how long this word is.
paraskevitic. Oh my god. Paraskevidicatria
You got it.
Paraskevidicatria. Woo,
I think you
Jesus.
got it. You are good at that. Paris,
Thank
I couldn't do
you.
that. It took me forever, and
Oops.
that's why I looked up a video on how to pronounce it. And I watched it a few times, and I still, Paraskevidia catriophobia. I say it real slow.
I know. Yep.
Okay, so next, now we can move to the next slide. Let's see what we got.
Okay. Hold on now.
Um,
Now we got to get back.
I may have skipped one. Thank you. I may have skipped.
Now this is
Um,
some Templar Inquisition shit happening here.
Beautiful. Yes, yes. You know. So on Friday, October 1307, King Philip IV of France arrested hundreds of the Knights of Templar, which was a religious and military order. Basically, they were in defense of the Holy Land. Um,
Uh-huh.
and um, so that was the other big thing. It's okay. It's on Friday the 13th. Here's all these holy men that get arrested. Um, so that's like the origin of the Friday. Like, I think that was a little bit of the word in there. And there was also, you have Jesus with the Last Supper, right? So there was 12 apostles, and then Judas was the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a fun one, and I think maybe it's the next slide, that I really, oh, here's Jesus. at his table.
Here's
This
Jesus.
is the fun.
Here's
This is the fun one.
here's Jesus. Here's
He's at
Mary.
his table. You know, I don't know where Judas is in here, but he fucked it all up.
I know,
Fucked it
right?
all up.
What a jerk.
Right.
All right.
Right. Next one. This
Well, I can't make it bigger.
is. I'm sorry, it's me. So this is the Norse legend. Okay. That what happened was, okay, so I'm just gonna read over here. So basically what happened was Norse mythology, Loki, the god of mischief, he crashed a banquet at Valhalla, bringing the number of god attendants from 12 to 13. And then he also deceived the blind god Hodor into shooting his brother Baldur, the god of light, joy, and goodness, with the mistletoe-tipped arrow, killing him instantly. Okay,
Oh no!
I thought that was kind of fun. So
I think
that
I have heard that one before. I think I have heard that one before. That's
I
crazy.
like that one. Right? I thought that was fun.
Freaking
I thought
Loki.
that one was fun. I know.
Yeah,
I was like,
that one is fun.
of course, Loki. So yeah, I thought that was super interesting. I was like, okay, interesting. I like Loki. I thought that was a fun one, and I might go with that reasoning for Friday the 13th. Loki fucked everything up. There's also like bad stuff that's happened on Friday the 13th. So I didn't know that Tupac was killed on Friday the 13th. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of other things, but that's the one that stood out for me.
Is there a slide for Tupac?
No, I was gonna put that. Okay. And like we can hold on to this for a second. And like there's still so much superstition, right? In in Western culture, like high rises, a lot of them, 80% of high rises don't have floor number 13.
What percent?
80%.
80%. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then apparently there's like a loss of profits of like $1 billion that is lost on Friday the 13th because people don't travel, people like don't go to work. There's like all this stuff because people are so superstitious. Isn't that crazy? But then in other countries, it's like the 4th, I guess in Asia, the 4th is like the superstitious day, and then also Tuesday the 13th. So it's really like a Western.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this here, oh my goodness. Okay. So on the flip side, in pagan times, Friday and the number 13 were actually like really good. They were good things.
Okay.
Yes. So it had association with the divine feminine because
of course.
13,
oh my god. And of course
right?
you had to make
Is it starting to make sense to you?
Yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah.
So 13 is like the number of menstrual cycles in the year and also the moon cycles in the year. So this is
classic.
right. So this is Freyja, the goddess of love, fertility, and war, who was endowed with the power to perform magic, predict the future, and determine who would die in battles, and was said to ride a chariot pulled by 2 black cats. Isn't that great?
Yes. So whenever I picture Freya's chariot that's like pulled by cats, I imagine them to be very large cats because they're pulling a chariot with a woman inside. But these cats are tiny. Why are they so small?
I mean, the chariot
not going anywhere.
The chariot has wheels. I don't know.
It's got wheels.
I feel like our cat Dexter could pull us if we were sitting in a wheelchair.
Dexter's meaty,
right?
For sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess Friday is derivative of the day of Frigg, which was and then into Freya, right? So Friday was considered a lucky day for marriage by Norse and Teutonic people. But yeah, so basically this was a prized thing in pagan times. And then Christianity Okay,
Right.
basically. Um, so what happened? Hold on, let's see. Okay, I may have skipped something too here. That's okay. So basically, yeah. Um, as Christianity came, they basically anybody. Let's see, where was it? So it said when Norse and Germanic tribes converted to Christianity, Frigga was banished and shamed to a mountaintop and labeled a witch. It was believed that every Friday, the spiteful goddess convened convened a meeting with 11 other witches plus the devil, gathering a 13, and plotted ill turns of fate for the coming week.
Oh my God.
Right? I was like, are you kidding me? Mm-mm.
It's so
Mm-mm.
funny
This is
now. It's
perfect.
like, hey, something in our culture is like deemed to be like bad or unlucky. It's like, oh gee, I wonder where that came from. It was probably like a woman thing, right? Like, right? It always turns out that's what it was. So
Right?
frustrating.
Oh my God. So crazy. Of course. Of course. Anyways, I just love this picture. It's
This
perfect.
is a great picture. It's good.
Okay, so now on to the next one. This is Taylor Swift. She could be a witch. I don't know. But Taylor Swift loves the number 13. Okay, she says that it's her lucky number. And she
Oh.
said, I was born on the 13th. I turned 13 on Friday the 13th. My first album went gold in 13 weeks. My first number one song had 13-second intro. She said, every time I've won an award, I've been seated in either 13th seat, the 13th row, or the 13th section, which is the 13th, or row M, which is the 13th letter. Basically, whenever 13 comes up in my life, it's a good thing. So I was like, we should end Friday the 13th on a lovely picture of T Swift, Freya,
Absolutely.
and T Swift. Right?
Absolutely.
Let's bring Friday the 13th back to us women, okay?
Oops. Oh no, what'd I do?
That's okay.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
That's okay. Bring it back.
There we go.
Okay, so now I fear we'll shift into camp horror stories. Massacres. I was like, okay, at first I was really excited about this because I do love my camp horror movies and I love camp horror stories and blah 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 blah. But then as I was like researching it, I was like, oh no, oh it's creeping myself out. I was like, these are real. Ah! Okay, so first up,
Yay!
did you ever go to camp?
Um, very briefly, I went to a day camp called Trickling Falls, and that was a nightmare, but only because they were so bad at it, and it was not good. And then I did do
Trickling
like one
Falls.
week of overnight camp with like Girl
Yeah,
Scouts, and it
yeah,
was fine. They made fun of me because I wore
yeah.
granny panties.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's like my one big takeaway from Girl Scout camp.
Oh no. Oh. I never went to camp. I always wanted to go to camp, but I never got to go. I
Right?
went
It's very
camping in the middle of
romanticized,
the.
isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
like that. You didn't miss much, at least in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Well, that's good. Okay, so I have a couple of crazy camper camping stories, and
I'm
FYI, I'm going camping
stoked.
next weekend, so just getting ready for it.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
god.
the first one we can go to the next slide is this guy. Um, his name is Herb Mullen, and he was like
Uh-huh.
a insane serial killer. Okay. He like would hear voices in his head that told him to kill people, and like he had all this crazy stuff happen, and basically also took. This guy was around like the 70s when he was going on murdering sprees.
Uh-huh.
Took tons of acid and like I think that fucked up his brain. He also had like some tragedy happen when he was younger. But anyways, I was reading so much about this guy. I was like, oh my god, I could just do a whole show just on this guy. But I'm just gonna do a short, tiny part of it with the
Okay.
campers. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So Here we go. It was in, I'm just going to read right off here. In Henry Cowell State Park, the Card brothers built a temporary campsite out of plastic sheets and spare wood, far from the ranger's route. They chose a spot called the Garden of Eden, and on February 10th, 1973, the four teenagers who lived in it were about to be permanently expelled. I love how this came out. The wrath of the Rangers would have been nothing compared to the wrath of Herb Millen, a self-styled avenging angel. Right. He also thought that he was like killing people for the better of humanity, and yeah, there was weird ass things, right? Okay,
Huh.
so Mullen discovered an illegal campsite where he was wandering around the woods. The four boys, Brian Scott Card, David Oliger, Robert Spector, and Mark blah blah blah. They invited him in, but Mullen was hostile. He demanded that the boys pack up and leave because they were defacing government property. Mullen was angry that he had been hassled by Ranger for doing the same thing a while earlier, and didn't think it was fair that these teenagers should get away with it. The boys looked at him, looked at Stelling Mullen, comic in his intent to enforce the law, and laughed at him. As they argued, Mullen said, "I decided to kill them and asked them telepathically if I could, and they all answered yes. They were
Oh my
all in
God.
a position, and it was all over in a few seconds." Later, Mullen would say that they asked for it. He meant it literally, but the prosecutors took it as proof of his hatreds for the renegade campers, hippies, flower children, and other counterculture deviants. He had ever really asked for the victim's permission, it's likely he would have not had many takers. The scene of carnage in the woods, discovered a week later by the brother
Oh
of one of
no.
the victims, revealed a desperate struggle that lasted more than a humane few seconds. One of the teenagers was shot trying to claw his way through the plastic walls. Okay, as they were trapped, and Mullen viciously shot them one by one. When Mullen was finished, he took the rifle and $20.
He did what?
He took their rifle and $20 from them. And then he did go on to continue to murder a lot more people. And was like, "I'm killing all these people because this is gonna stop a giant earthquake from happening." That was one of his things. He like went into all this crazy, like, obviously he was eventually cut. But I guess he like was even psychotic, like in jail, and like at the core, and was just like, "I was doing the right thing, and I was saving the earth from a major earthquake," and all this crazy ass stuff.
Oh my
This
God.
That's why he's looking up, because he feels like he was entitled to. I don't know.
So he just showed up to this campground and was like, "Hey, you rotten kids, you're not supposed to be here." And they were like, "Meh." And then he telepathically, right? Telepathic consent, right? An
Yeah.
interesting defense. What the hell?
Yes, he telepathically. He asked them if they wanted to be killed. I mean, that's very polite of him. To say, "Would you want to be killed?" And they're like, "Okay, yeah."
Sure.
My
So
nose.
wait,
Yeah,
so he took their rifle, but what did he use his own gun or did he use their gun to kill them?
that's a great question. I don't know.
Hmm. And they had a gun. There was 4 of them, right? Oh man. If
Yeah.
there's one thing I've learned from like
Mm-hmm.
like hearing a lot of true crime and like watching a lot of true crime stuff, it's that like you fight tooth and nail, right? Like never let them take you to a second location. Like always, like never let them tie you up, never let them do any of that. Like chances are you're not making it out alive anyway, so you may as well at least try and take them with you, first of all. But second of all, the only chance you have to get out of it
Mm-hmm.
is to like fucking murder them first. Like murder
Yeah.
them first. I'm
Yeah.
just throwing it out there, everyone. You heard it
I
here.
know. I
Murder
know.
them
But
first.
I think the issue is the people that are getting murdered are not violent or murderous people. So
I know.
their brain goes, I shouldn't be harming another human being.
I don't think it's
You
even
know what
that.
I
I don't think
mean?
it's even that. I think, again, I didn't used to, but now that I've seen a lot, you know what I mean? Now that I've watched like a shit ton of true crime and I like look at this kind of stuff all the time, like the pattern is always that, you know, the
Yeah,
pattern
you
is
have
all,
to
you
fight.
know, yeah. So
Mhm.
now I know that, you know,
Mhm.
although there's
Mhm.
definitely times in my life where I've been looking for a fight. I'm not gonna lie, just because I'm like angry about the world. but yeah, so absolutely, I totally understand why maybe they didn't do it, or they weren't sure what was happening, or they were like, what the, you know. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know, suspicious.
Mhm.
I got a suspicious mind now. Don't
Right?
come at me like
Yeah.
you're gonna kill me, because I will kill you.
Yeah, no, I agree with
Just
that.
saying.
I agree with that.
5'9",
Mhm.
200 pounds. You don't want to mess with this. I'm just saying.
I agree. I agree. Don't mess. Don't mess. Um, okay, so that is story one. Okay, what did I have for the next slide? Because I'm not sure if I have my
Hi, abolish
things
the
in order.
Senate.
Hi. Okay, so I skipped ahead a little bit. So I'm just flip-flopping my stories. I meant to have
Okay.
this as a third story, but this one actually correlates exactly to what we were just talking about. Okay, so this lovely couple, look at how cute they are.
So
So
cute.
on May 13th, 1988, Rebecca
Was it
White
a
and
Friday?
Claudia. I don't know if it was a Friday. Yeah, let's just say it was
Alright.
Friday. It totally
I'm
was
gonna
a
look it
Friday.
up.
Okay.
I want to know.
Yeah, look it
May
up. Look it up.
13, 1988.
Yeah, please let it be a Friday.
It was a Friday! It was
Oh
a
my
Friday!
god!
It
That is
was a
awesome.
Friday. Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah, Friday, May 13th,
Wow.
1988. That's
Wow.
crazy.
I
Okay.
wasn't even thinking that because when I researched these, I wasn't researching what happened on Friday the 13th, crazy stuff. I researched Camp Massacre, whatever. But this one's a good one. This one's a good one. Okay, so Rebecca White and Claudia Brenner, who met while they were students at Virginia Tech, were hiking the Appalachian Trail when they set up camp in the Michoud State Forest. Um, White, so this was Appalachian Trail in like Pennsylvania.
Okay.
White ran into Stephen Roy Carr. I don't have a picture of him, so we're just going to stay on this lovely couple here. At the
Okay.
campsite bathroom, she said where she had gone naked thinking no one else was there. Classic 80s slasher, right?
Yep.
Um, he asked for a cigarette, and she was so unsettled by the encounter that she and Brenner decided to find a more private spot. I would assume that is what you do if you meet a creepy man in the middle of the night in the campsite, naked, and he's right,
Right?
pieces together. Anyways, good on her. So Carr, who is the man, followed them there. Okay. He shot both of the women multiple times while they were in their tent. Police say he was like 82 feet away. They didn't know where the shots were coming from. Okay. She was just like, oh, I got shot. I got shot. They're both trying to like kind of save each other. Okay. Um, later he was stating later stating that their lesbianism had thrown him into a rage.
Oh
He
my
left both
god.
women. Okay, he left both women for dead, right?
Uh-huh.
But then Brenner was not dead. She walked 4 miles through the mountain terrain after being shot 4 times, okay?
Oh my
And she
god.
found a car of teenagers that helped her out, okay? And she survived. And she wrote a
Yeah.
book, which is the next slide. It's called Eight Bullets, One Woman Story Surviving Anti-Gay Violence. Um,
Wow.
right? Right? I was
That's
like, I gotta get this
wild.
book. I gotta get this book. So Carr,
Right?
apparently, the guy who attacked them, he tried to seek refuge in a Mennonite community, but was turned in by a member who secretly watched television and recognized him as the suspect from the local news. And then he
That's
was eventually
fantastic.
right.
That's so funny.
And then he was sentenced to life without parole. And
Good.
then she became a vocal spokesperson against anti-gay hate crimes. So I thought that was a good connection. It kind of went right in place with what we were just talking. You gotta fight
Wow.
tooth and nail,
You
right?
gotta fight tooth and nail. That is, I love that he was turned in. I love that he fucking went to a Mennonite society in Pennsylvania, assuming that, like, oh, they're not gonna know, but one of them
Was
that's
secretly
amazing.
watching, right?
He secretly watched TV and turned him in. That's
Right?
fantastic. That's
And this
so
is
great.
like, yeah, this is like 80, this was 88. So it's not like they can just like be Googling on their phone or get random.
Right.
They had to like be watching at the right time
Right.
to see, here's this man on
Catch
the
it.
run, right?
Here's an interesting fact from Abolish the Senate. There's apparently no medical reason people usually fall down when shot. Best guess is we follow what happens in movies and TV. Huh. I mean, I think sometimes, right, if you get hit, if you got shot in the right spot, it would like knock you
Throw
down,
off your
right?
balance.
Or depending on how, like,
Right.
what caliber of, like, bullet you got shot with, it would knock
Yeah.
you down. But yeah, I can see if it's like a little tiny one, like hit you in the shoulder, it wouldn't knock you down.
Yeah.
Mm,
Mm. Yeah.
interesting. Well, that's a good one.
Yeah. Right? I was like, oh, she did it! She did it!
Yeah, right?
But
She
I also
lived.
thought it was just like interesting description. She's like, I went to the bathroom naked, thinking nobody was gonna be there.
Right? A different world. I would never, never, never.
Right? They're hiking the Appalachian Trail. They don't care. They're like in love, hiking the trail, camping. It's the middle of the
I
night.
mean, okay. Okay.
I probably do that. I'm not gonna lie. I
I
do
guess,
that.
yeah, because I guess if you're on the Appalachian Trail, there's not a lot of people out there on the Appalachian
Yeah.
Trail, right?
Yeah.
Like even now, it's very, very few people you're gonna run into on a daily basis. So I guess it's not like a regular campground that like people are bringing their RVs to and their kids and shit.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right.
I just
Still,
like that little bit though. I was like, this feels classic 80s horror camping
it
movie.
is.
100%.
It
And then
is.
she's like the final girl at the end that survives and fucking writes a book, and the guy gets caught by a Mennonite who's secretly watching TV. That was great.
Weren't Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley in a movie where they were like hiding with the Amish?
Yeah. Yeah.
They were like
What was that
criminals.
called?
I don't
Yeah. Were
know.
they criminals?
I think they
I
were
don't
like
know.
criminals and like witness protection, yeah. Or they were criminals and they were like hiding from the police there. I can't remember.
I don't know.
It was definitely Kirstie Alley. I don't know if it was Tim Allen.
I think it was
I
Tim
don't
Allen.
know. That makes sense.
We'll
I
have
feel
to
like it was
that.
Tim Allen.
I think so. We'll have to look it up. We'll look it up afterwards, and we'll give a
Okay.
report on it next
Okay.
week. Okay. Now let me go back. I was trying to
All right.
go in chronological order, but I fully skipped ahead with this one because I guess I liked it so much that I put that picture next.
Oh well.
Okay. Next.
Next slide.
This one's
Oh
a little...
no.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
This one's
Girl
gonna be
Scouts.
bad. No,
Girl Scouts. Yup. Camp. It's called Camp Scott.
I see
can
that.
say.
I'm already
Oklahoma.
upset.
I know.
Look how cute they are. Look at this
is hard
girl's fucking
to...
hair. She looks like a housewife.
So cute.
So cute.
So cute. Okay. Around 7 p.m. on Sunday, June 12th, 1977. So not the 13th, one day before. Well, actually, technically, it would be the 13th. I believe. Because this is the night before.
Oh
Okay.
no.
The night before camp started. It was a thunderstorm. And the girls huddled in their tent. Okay, so among them we have Lori Lee Farmer, who is 8 years old. I know this one's gonna be a little hard.
They're not even Girl Scouts, they're brownies.
We have Doris Denise, who is 10, and Michelle Heather Goose, who is 9. So this is like, yeah. The girls were all residents of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, a suburb of Tulsa. They were sharing tent number 8 in the camp's Kiowa unit, which was located the farthest from the camp counselor tent. Still classic, right? Very
Yep.
classic. And
Yeah.
partially obscured by showers for the camp. This is on. Okay, we have to find out if this is a Friday the 13th, okay? June 13th, 1977. Look it up.
Okay. June 13th, 1977. Monday was June
I
13th.
bet it's a Saturday or a Monday. It's the first day of camp.
It was a Monday.
Okay, okay. I
It
feel a
was a
little bit better.
Monday.
It was still a
Yeah.
13. Still a 13, which is bizarre, right?
That is
Two
bizarre.
13, two 13s. Okay.
Unplanned, everyone. Unplanned. But it just so
Yeah.
happens we're also doing stories of people that were killed on the 13th.
Just works out that way. Okay, so at around 6 a.m. on June 13th, a camp counselor on her way to the shower found a girl's body in her sleeping bag in the forest. It was soon discovered that all 3 of the girls in tent 8 had been murdered. The bodies had been left on a trail leading to showers about 150 yards from their tent. There was some bludgeoning and some strangling. A large red flashlight was found on top of the girls' bodies. A fingerprint was found on the lens, but it was never been identified. A footprint from a 9.5 shoe was also found in the blood in the tent. Between 2:30 and 3 a.m. on June 30th, a landowner reported hearing quite a bit of traffic on a remote road near the camp. This is the weird part, okay? Less than 2 months before the murder, during an on-site training session, a counselor at Camp Scott discovered that her belongings had been ransacked and her donuts had been stolen. Inside the empty donut box was a handwritten note stating in capital letters, "We are on a mission to kill 3 girls in tent 1." Right?
What?
Okay.
Nuh-uh.
And then it says the director of that camp session treated the note as a prank and it was discarded. The 70s, man. It was the 70s.
And it said we.
Yeah. Right?
So that
So,
indicates possibly there was more than one person.
okay, so you can move to the next one. So it
I
was
don't want
classified.
to.
No, it's okay.
R.I.P. these
We're
3.
still in, we're still
R.I.P.
in, we're still in the story a little bit. Oh wait,
Fucking poor.
no. Oh, next, we might go back to that one. This is the guy. So
Oh wait, this is the guy.
yeah, right. Look at this. Look at this guy.
Look at this
Dean
fuck.
Leroy Hart, a local jail escapee with a history of violence, was arrested. It's so interesting because it goes back and forth, right? So he was arrested, but then he was acquitted in March '79 after a jury unanimously returned a verdict of not guilty. However, later on in 2022, it was announced that DNA testing in the case strongly suggests that his involvement in the crime. But
Wait. So he was arrested for this murder and was acquitted 2 years later.
yeah,
So he never went to
okay.
jail for this.
He went to jail. Wait, hold on. Let me find my little page on it. Give me a second. So I
And
can
you
get
said the
more.
DNA that was this year?
What is that?
2022.
I was like, it kept going back and forth.
Wow.
Okay. Right? Okay. I'm going to read you about him because there's so much bizarre. Or maybe not because
Well, yeah.
we only have a little bit of time.
That's
We
true.
don't have a little bit of
Apologies
time.
in it. That's true.
So yeah, he had already been convicted of he was an escapee of jail. You know what I mean? He had already been convicted of stuff. He also died in 1979. I think,
Mm.
while he was actually in jail.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah. He had, on June 4th, he collapsed and died of a heart attack at the age of 35, lifting weights at the prison exercise yard.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It goes back and
Interesting.
forth. There was
He
stuff
looks
in 2000.
healthy.
There was stuff in 1989, then stuff in 2008. They like kept going back and forth because I think the victims were like the victims' families were trying to get.
Oh, okay, okay,
Right?
okay.
He also looks like a bizarre man. Okay, now we can go on to the next one.
Do you mean the previous
But
one,
what
this
about
one?
the yeah? This. Okay, so this is one that people say is based off of Friday the 13th,
Okay, that 13th
which
that is based off of this crime.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
The movie. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
on Sunday, June 5th, so it's not a Friday or 13th. It's Sunday, June 5th in 1960. Two 13-year-old girls, Ermil Borklund, so this is also like in Finland, and her friend Tukiki, whatever, were camping by the lake with their 18-year-old boyfriends, Seppo and Nils. I'm not going to go into last names. In the early
okay.
hours of the morning, between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., an unknown attacker with a knife brutally murdered both the girls and Seppo. Nils, the only survivor, was found unconscious at the scene with a broken jaw and concussion. Okay, if you go to the next slide, I think it shows Nils. No. Next one? Did I maybe not include him? Never mind. Maybe I didn't include him. Okay, go back.
Oh.
So
Oh,
there was a picture of Nils. We can keep on the kids here. That's
okay.
fine. Okay. Um, a handful of suspects were questioned by police, including a local kiosk keeper named Karl Vladimir Gilstorm, who had frequently expressed irritation about campers. Okay, so that's the next slide. That's that guy.
Oh, that's this guy.
Yeah. Although there was no evidence, this is so bizarre. There's so many weird things. There was no evidence. He took his own life by drowning in the lake in 1972 and, in a suicide note, confessed to the crime. Police later dismissed the claim as his wife said he was sleeping in bed at the time. It's a little suspect. Okay. Then
Huh.
there was another suspect, Hans Asman, a KGB spy who had recently moved to the area from Germany and was rumored to have turned up at a hospital covered in red stains after the killings. Police, however, believe he was
Red
in Germany at
stain.
the time. Right? But the police believed he was. I was just like, where does this KBG person come from? But that was another suspect, apparently. I don't have a picture of him.
Huh.
Um, Investigators were unable to find the murder weapon and found several baffling items missing from the tent, including keys to the teens' motorbikes, which were still at the scene. Ermila was stripped from the waist down, although there was no evidence of sexual assault, and Nil's shoes were found hidden 500 meters away.
What was
In a
hidden?
bizarre, his shoes, Nils,
Nils's
the one
shoes.
survivor. Okay, he's the one survivor. In
Huh.
a bizarre twist, sole survivor Nils, who claims he remembers nothing from the attack, was arrested over 40 years later in 2004 for this. Okay, I'm now married with children. He was put on trial, and it was revealed that blood on the hidden shoes matches the three victims, but there was none of his own. Okay, so these were the shoes that were
Mm.
missing 500 feet away. He was the only survivor. Prosecutors speculate that he had fought with Seppo, who had broken his jaw, and he had murdered all three in a drunken rage. They claimed his own stab wounds could have been self-inflicted after the event.
That was my
Okay.
first thought. As soon as you said, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
and then Nils, like, just had a broken jaw, I was like, oh, that sounds like something that you would get in a struggle when you're trying to kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
Or three
But isn't
people.
it interesting? This guy who said that I just thought it was weird. This guy who was always irritated with campers and then drowned in the lake and made a suicide note saying that it was him.
But his wife was like, "No, I don't think it was him. He was in bed that night." Right?
Right?
That's weird.
Right? Yeah. If you go to the next screen, or the last one, I guess. This is a lake. Isn't it so
Is that the
pretty?
lake? It's so,
That's a lake.
what a nice place
I
to
figured
drown
we,
yourself.
yeah, we ended on a pretty note. Well, this is the lake of camping, and then yeah, it's the lake where you decided to forever live. It's just like in that means the wife did it. I know. That's right,
Could
the wife
be.
did it. I think so. No, he was totally asleep. Like what? And they're just like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But this is also like in 1960.
So wait, so
KBG agent goes up to the hospital covered in red stains. Like what?
how did they
Yeah.
not know what the red stains? Like no one was like, "Hey, it looks like you murdered someone."
Right?
What are these red
Something go.
stains,
I feel
sir?
like there's something more to all of this. I feel like there's another level because
Yeah,
we
right?
got the KBG
Yeah.
agent. We got the guy who's not did not do anything but wrote a suicide note, and
Right?
possibly Nils,
And wait, so
who
Nils did Nils he was convicted? Was that is that what happened?
um no, he was acquitted. He was acquitted, and
Okay.
he was paid 30,000 compensation for mental suffering caused by the remand.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, if he didn't do it, that's fucked up.
But isn't
Yeah,
it?
I agree,
None of
Kit. If
his blood.
Suicide Man said he did it, he did it. You know? And then so he was found unconscious. I guess he could have like been pretending. He had a concussion. Like so they're saying that like there was blood on his shoes, so he walked 500 feet away, hid his shoes, and then walked 500 feet back. False confessions are a thing, but I feel like when they happen, it happens under police duress. Like it happens because police are like stressing someone.
Or
They don't just
KBG.
like or like someone in jail wants to like take credit for something because they think it's cool and they're already in jail for the rest of
Yeah,
their life or something. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So apparently this is the one that people say, but the people who created Friday the 13th, they're like, no. But they're like, there's
Oh,
so many similarities. Which, I mean, there's
kind
a
of.
knife wielding maniac and somebody drowned in a lake. Uh, those are the similarities, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Teenagers getting drunk.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if he was a suspect, maybe it just like drove him crazy that he was like being accused of this to the point where he was like, fine, yep, I did it. Boom, done with my life
Yeah.
anyways. Too bad
Yeah, I
lights.
guess, yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I guess it's possible that like you said that like everyone thought he did it and so he was like, "Yeah, my life's already ruined by that, maybe."
Right? Who knows? What is with this KBG? What is with this KBG guy?
Without Lakes, Laura Palmer might still be alive today.
Drain the lakes.
I don't know. Yeah, right. Drain the lakes. Drain the lakes. Take on the oceans next.
Oh. Oh, look at how pretty. Let's go
It is very
there.
pretty.
This actually makes me want to go camping. Which I am going to be camping, like I said, next weekend on a lake.
Okay,
So now
rule
I'm
number
prepared.
1, don't go to the bathroom
Right.
naked. Rule number
Okay.
2. No, well,
Wear clothes. Wear
yeah,
clothes.
wear clothes. Number
Right.
2, yeah, if you murder someone, hide your shoes 500 feet away.
Got it.
Right.
501 feet away, I think.
Oh,
Because he didn't
all right.
hide it far enough. 505 feet away. Um, bring, let's see. Right, I need to bring some kind of weapon, rifle, $20.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Uh,
Worst case
oh my
scenario,
goodness.
your thumbs in the eyeballs, push until you feel
I
jelly.
know. Yep. Trust me, I learned that one. So many
My
self-defense
thumbnails are
classes.
always sharp. I always got Sharpies on these babies.
Oh, that's smart. Mine are not.
Oh my god.
Take a
Yes, I did
Um,
hear about this. Did you hear about this, Grace? This fucking guy killed his, I thought it was his wife, but killed his girlfriend. And then while he was burying her, had a fucking heart attack and died on the scene. Hilarious. Fucking
Florida.
asshole. I
Jesus,
forget who I was.
Florida.
I think it might have been Seth Meyers was like saying like someone was like, it seems like she got
Florida.
the last fucking laugh or she won the last fight or whatever. Fucking hilarious.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh,
Well, that
man,
was great,
Florida.
Grace.
Did you enjoy?
Yeah. Oh
There
man,
was there was a lot. I
I'm
found so
sure.
much more than I was expecting. I was like, I think maybe I'll find a few things, but then there was so much, and so I was like, I don't know what to include. I want to include everything, and I was like researching everything. There was so much about Friday the 13th. There was so much about that I'm gonna look into that Herb Mullen guy some more. That man was insane.
That
He
is
went on a
wild.
freaking crazy murderous spree, but I wanted to keep it
Yeah.
just with the camping. Uh, yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
abolish the Senate. The theme was well, so it's Friday the 13th, right? Well, it was. It's not anymore, but it was. And so we were doing campground massacres. Yeah,
yeah. We're doing this
very upsetting. Yeah.
campground. Yes.
No.
So it's summer. It's almost summertime, so we're getting everybody prepared for summer camping. Uh,
Very exciting.
telling you what to look out for. Don't invite strange men into your tent. Uh,
Right? Yep. Don't let them get in the tent.
don't
They get
go
in the
to the
tent. You
bathroom
get out of the
naked.
tent. Right?
Right.
Don't
Don't
go
stay
anywhere
in a
naked.
tent that's farthest away from the camp counselors. Um,
Behind the showers.
behind the
You
showers.
want to
Don't
get a
do
little
that.
closer. Yep.
And don't go camping with your drunk boyfriend.
Right. He might
All
kill you.
lessons. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is the most upsetting thing, isn't it? I don't want to the person who's most
That's what
likely to
was
kill you
up.
is your significant other. It's so
That's what was
upsetting.
upsetting me most when I was like researching all this stuff. Like, oh,
Yeah, I
oh
don't like it.
man, these ladies. Yeah, yeah. There was
Yeah.
so many gruesome details, and I was like, what am I doing? Is this the right topic for me?
Well, that was great, Grace. That was
Ah,
wonderful. So, yeah, so next week it'll be my turn again, and I will dish out some sordid tale of my own. I don't know what we're gonna do next. I got a little list here of something. Oh, some of these we have done, some of these we haven't done. Um, but
oh,
yeah,
I have an
throw it in the
idea.
chat if you've got something you want to see us talk about. On the list, let's see, I've got crop circles, simulation theory, King's Chapel burying ground, which we were at a little while ago, Grace, if you remember. Denver State Hospital, the Dover Demon, the Denver Airport, time is an illusion. One of you two, either Abolish or Kit, suggested quantum vacuum collapse,
Oh
which I haven't
Jesus.
talked about yet, or haven't. I don't even know what the hell that one is. Oh, we already did the multiverse. We did the multiverse a while ago, but we could,
Oh
yeah. I don't
yeah.
know what quantum vacuum collapse is, but maybe it's Benjamin Bathurst. Okay, I'll write that one down. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure I will
Benjamin
find out.
Bathurst. Okay.
Yeah, throw them in the chat if you got them.
I'm
Benjamin
excited.
Bathurst. All right. Well, Grace, other than right here at the Creep Out, where can people find you?
Just chilling here in the creep out. I like it.
Love it.
Instagram, I'm Grace Elin FTW for the win. Actually, I'm gonna like 2 weeks. I'm gonna be doing a charity karaoke event, fundraiser for Call to Talk, which is a suicide hotline. And
Nice.
it's gonna be in Waltham. It's May 25th, and it's gonna be Shoppers in Waltham. So come sing with me and raise money for Suicide Hotline.
Love it.
That's where
We
you can
love
find me.
we love a good fundraiser. Perfect. And as for me, obviously, you can find me here on the second and fourth Friday of the month with Grace doing the midnight creep out, and Mondays at 7:30 on Simpress Me, where I have a new guest every week, and they give me some sort of challenge to complete in The Sims 4. Very fun, very silly, very, very fun, very simulated. So it is 1:03 a.m., Grace, and you know what that
We
means.
survived.
We we survived. Yeah, that is. Yep, we did. Yep. But it means it's time to say goodnight. So everyone, we hope that you had fun. We hope that you come back
We
on.
hope you have nightmares.
We hope you have nightmares. We hope you're on the 27th at midnight. Well, technically it'll be the 28th, but you know what I mean. Friday the 27th at midnight will be our next episode. So we hope you come back to that. But most of all, we hope. Hold on, let me get to the right thing. Okay. Most of all, we hope you're creeped out.
Mhm.
Goodbye.